Making one of the following mistakes when purchasing a brand new construction home can cost you thousands of dollars, and yet we see people make them all the time. So I wanted to make this video so we can go through them and make sure that if you're interested in new construction, and so many people are at the moment because of the fantastic incentives that new builders are offering, you can avoid them and save yourselves the headache and the money. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Okay guys, now mistake number one that we see people make when going with new construction purchases is that they stick to the sticker price and pay full asking. Now, I will be the first to admit that a lot of builders are not flexible in their pricing, particularly at the moment where they're in such high demand. But hold on a second, because even if they're not willing to come down in their pricing, they're often willing to add more incentives to the deal. So what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of builders are not offering refrigerators with their new purchases. So if you ask them and hold steady, they will include a new refrigerator in the purchase, or maybe a washer and dryer. They will include a blinds package so you have all the window coverings in there. They may give you a little bit more towards your closing costs or more in flex costs. So be sure to work with your real estate agent to get the best deal for you with a new construction purchase, and don't stick so rigidly to what the builder is telling you. Now, mistake number two that I see many people make when buying a new construction home is not getting a home inspection. They assume that because this is a brand new build and everything's brand spanking new, that everything's gonna be a-okay. And if it's not, that it comes with warranties. The problem with that is that we've seen numerous problems with new construction. For example, I had a friend who purchased a home in South Florida, not through me, but through a reputable builder. They didn't get an inspection throughout the process and trusted the builder's construction all the way through. What happened was, several months after moving into the property, they could smell like a moldy, mildewy smell. And they found several problems with the ventilation in the attic. Now, as you can imagine, with the heat and humidity in Florida, that causes huge problems and causes mold. They had to move out of their house for 3 months while the builder remediated it. And this all could have been avoided by getting a simple home inspection prior to purchasing. So be sure to get an impartial home inspection from a licensed home inspector. You have the ability to do it. It's written into just about every builder's contract, and it could save you thousands and thousands, as well as a whole lot of heartache. So guys, hopefully you're getting good tips here about the mistakes to avoid when buying new construction. Please be sure to leave a comment and let me know if you're interested in new construction or if you've bought one before. Be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell so that you get all of the notifications when we release the newest videos about new construction properties in the Tampa Bay area. And just a reminder that my team and I help over 200 families a year relocate here. We're real estate nerds. We love answering your questions. So book a Zoom in the link down below. Give us a call, text, email, however you want to reach out. Carrier pigeon for all I care. We're happy to help you. Let's dive right back in. Now, number three for the mistakes that we see when people move into their new construction home is, like I mentioned, they have warranties on a lot of these things, but you have to register them. So again, we've had people have issues with ACs 5 or 6 years after they've moved into the property where there's a 10-year manufacturer's warranty, but they never registered it in the first place. So please make sure that every warranty that's available for all of the appliances, the roof shingle, the AC, any of those things are registered right after you close on the property. That way you can take full advantage of them and there aren't going to be any issues should you have to claim down the line. Now, the number four mistake we see when people buy a new construction home in Spring Hill, Brooksville, is that they don't take into account, let's call them the hidden fees. So what am I talking about? Well, first of all, HOA fees. Now, they're not necessarily hidden, but they may be something that you're not accounting for when you're looking for homes online. And when you see so many homes, you kind of get confused and lost in all of the minutia. But then there's also some additional fees in some circumstances. So I'm talking about CDD fees. That's paid in your tax bill. It's basically a bond that's repaid for the infrastructure of a new community when it's put in. Some communities have a golf course lot assessment. So if your lot is on the golf course, there's an additional fee for that. Some new homes have the maintenance taken care of by the association. So there's a maintenance fee. In certain circumstances, the amenities that are in there, such as the clubhouse, may come with a minimum monthly spend or a social membership. So be sure to investigate all of the fees associated with being in the community and the new purchase before you sign the contract, because those fees can add up quickly and you might find yourself in over your head or paying a lot more than you'd anticipated because you're caught up in the excitement of buying a brand new home. Finally, number five mistake we see people make in Spring Hill, Brooksville when buying a new construction home is not adequately vetting the builder. Online resources are fantastic. You can Google these builders' names and get a whole host of reviews from a variety of different websites. Now, I always say take everything with a pinch of salt, right? We've all got those things that we bought on Amazon that we absolutely love and we couldn't live without. And there's a whole host of 1-star reviews that read crazy, crazy, crazy when you read them. So take it with a pinch of salt and be sure to ask a real estate agent like myself and my team if they've had any dealings with these builders in the past, but be sure to adequately vet them. You might get some insight as to whether the build time is what the builder's saying it's going to be. So there's nothing worse than planning to move in 9 months when the builder says, yeah, we'll have it ready by then, only for it to take 12, 15, 18 months. And if it's a continuing problem, you probably could have avoided this beforehand if you just did your research. Or if the builder has a habit of tacking on fees and more charges as they go through the build process. I've seen that before as well. If the builder has issues with supplies and then they change the appliances on you halfway through. Be sure to use Google as your friend and search and vet the builder sufficiently before signing the contract again. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the 5 things to avoid when buying a new home in Spring Hill Brooks. So I hope you found some good information there. There are a whole host of other pitfalls, but for the sake of brevity and time, those are the 5 most common ones that we see. Be sure to give any suggestions for ones that you've encountered in the comments below, or reach out to us for a more comprehensive list or a discussion about what it's like to purchase a new construction home at the moment, because the market is ever evolving. Be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, be sure to hit the notification bell because we're releasing new videos every single week. Please, until next time, stay safe. I'm Ross Hardy from the Hardy team. It's time to love where you live.